Again, today's lesson is about finding the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. Now let's go to the definition. What is an arithmetic series? An arithmetic series is an indicated sum of the first definite n terms of an arithmetic sequence. So katuding atong topic di ay which is about finding the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. Katuding sum di ay we call that series. So arithmetic series for arithmetic sequence. Now the sum of the n terms is denoted by S sub n. Now before ta solve mga problems about arithmetic series, let's talk about Gauss first. So let's have a story first now. Gauss was a 10-year-old kid at this time of the story. He was an elementary student. So ang ganing nito, sa ilang klase, ang ilang teacher kay naay gipabuhat sa ilaha. Or gisamukan siya sa iyang mga students ba. Of course, elementary class no. So na jud ka nga dili jud kay tanan nga na kami bata no. So what happened was ang ilang teacher nila nihatag og problem sa iyang klase niya sa iyang mga pupils niya. Problem nga sa iyang pagtuo niya kay makapabisi nila ba. Therefore makapahilom niya ma-behave sila. So the problem was this. Find the first 100 counting numbers. Meaning to say, ipapangita sa ilang teacher nila ang sum sa 1 plus 2 plus 3, plus 4, no? Plus 4, and so on, up to 100 na siya. Of course, kung ikay maestro, magdahom jud ka, may mga students ani kanili. Human og answer din, I mean, although this is simple addition, pero 1 to 100 man sa imong i-add. So, take time gid siya. Mao na iyang pagtuo guys silang answer ana eh. So, what happened was this. A certain student, the person of Gauss, raised his hand and gave his answer. So, the teacher was really surprised. Kaya nga no, it was just in a matter of minutes or seconds, I don't know. Nga na ra gyud kadali. So, do you know why? Because Gauss was able to find a shortcut in answering this one. So, no? The shortcut was this. Ingani ang gibuhat. Una, iyang gipares ang pinakaunang term o pinaka-last nga number. That would be 1 plus 100. Gipares-pares niya ba? I-add niya. Gipares-pares. Gipares-pares niya. Unya gi-add. So, sunod, 2 plus 99. 1 plus 100, that is 101. 2 plus 99 is also 101. Ngayon, 3 plus 98, it is also 101. So, nakapantay na si Gauss na may pattern. Naman siya pattern. Nga inig-add sa first o sa last kay mo 101. In fact, kutob yun sa 50 plus 51, it is still 101. So, gibuhat ni Gauss, giparis-paris ang una o last. Adayon, gi-add niya. Same man siyang sum tanan. So, iyang gibuhat. Kasi nga ang 101, which is sum sa first o sa last, ki-timesan ra na niya og 50. No, 50 man. Because there are 50 pairs in 100 numbers, di ba? 50 pairs na sila tanan. And so he was able to get the answer, which was 5,050. Anak, amazing si Gauss, no? At a very early age, 10-year-old kid, he was able to find a shortcut to this problem. Ako, I'm a high school teacher, so although ingani bisan ako ni ihatag siguro sa akong mga high school students, I don't know how, maybe some, pero maglisod o dili gid siguro sila makita na pattern siguro. Maybe most ha. I'm not saying wala gyud bisan usa, pero most of the students siguro dili sila makakuha ani. Imagine that. In fact, in the later part of his life, Gauss became a prolific mathematician. And if I'm not mistaken, he is called the Prince of Mathematics. Yan, amazing. See, Gauss. Now, let's have the formulae in finding the arithmetic sequence. Anong naabot man sa story ni Gauss, no? Naabot sa story ni Gauss, it's because this is very related to our topic. No? Kaya nga no, this is addition man. Addition of the terms, no? Ipang-add ang mga terms. So, unya, kung imong mabantayan, arithmetic sequence ba yan na siya? Ano man, they have a certain gap or a common difference of 1, no? So, finding the sum of these first 100 terms is what we call arithmetic series. So, mauni ang atong hisgutan karon. Yan yun, no? How to find the sum of a finite arithmetic sequence. Now, here are the formulae that we're going to work on. First formula is S sub n equals n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. Actually, kung imong nabantayan kini siya ng formula, this was the formula that was used by Gauss. No? Yang gibuhat ni Gauss kini nga formula. A sub 1 ang kinaunang term plus a sub n, which is the last term. Di ba? Gi-add man to ni Gauss. And then after ana niya, gi-multiplyan niya og tunga sa number, di ba? Tunga sa number of terms, di ba? Di ba 100 man to ka niya, divide man to niya 2 kaya pares ba to niya. So basically mao niya ang gigamit ni Gauss. And for the second one, we have S sub n equals n over 2 times quantity is 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Kini siya nga formula, gikan ra po ni siya sa first nga formula. Ano man, if you remember, in our previous lesson, our a sub n, the a sub n or the term of sequence is equal to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Pamaom ni siyang formula sa pagpangita sa nth terms arithmetic sequence. So what we did here is that gi-add ra niya si a sub 1 ug si a sub 1. A sub 1 plus a sub 1 becomes 2a sub 1. Ha? Then plus gi-copy ra si n minus 1 times d. And n over 2. Kining second nga formula, gikan ra na ni first nga formula. So, we have two formulae to fun, no? Pero, pwede ba ni siya nga gamit? Mao ba ni siya? Pwede ba nga akong gamit lang si first na lang na formula? Kaya dali, basta na, no? A sub 1, A sub n, may basta na ginang well, dili, nga naman. Naray times nga pwede nimo magamit si first na formula. Kung pananglitan nakahibaw ka sa first term o sa last term sa imong arithmetic sequence nga pangitaan nimo og sum, then you can use this formula. For example, atong problem ni Gauss, di ba? Kahibaw man siya sa first term, which is 1, o sa last term, kita man si last term, then you can use this formula. Kaya nga naaman si a sub 1 o naapod si a sub n or si last term. Pero kung pananglitan, dili nimo kuan kung say value ni a sub n or ni last term, then you cannot use this formula. Thus, you will use the second formula. Okay? Now, let us apply these formulas now. Let's go to our virtual board now. Okay. Problem letter A. A conference hall has 10 rows of seats. The first row contains 30 seats. The second row contains 42 seats. The third row contains 54 seats, and so on. Find the total number of seats in the conference hall. Okay. So, ang first row, there are 10 rows, 10 rows. Yeah, sa first row, na ay 30 kabog seats. Sorry. 30 kabog seats. So, that is 30. Dayon pag sunod na row, there were 42 seats. Then sa sunod na row na sa, there were 54 seats. And so on. So, the pattern continues for this one. Kung imong tan-aon, this is an arithmetic sequence. The problem here is that we are going to find the total number of seats in the conference hall. Total number of seats. So, kini sila, no? Pila total niya kung imo ni siyang i-add niya. Pila man ka rows na, there were 10 rows. So, the first thing that we have to do is to identify the given rows. unsa man ang mga given niya. Of course, we have the a sub 1, which is equal to 30. Then, unsa man to inaa sa ato ang formula na to, ba? Kinahanglanon sad nato si n ato no. Si n is 10 no, kay 10 rows man. 10 man kabuk rows. So 10 po ni siya kabuk number. So this should be equal to 10. Now what is our common difference? D. Our D is equal to pila may gapan nila. That is 12. So unsa itong gipangitaan ning problem? We're actually looking for the sum of the first 10 terms no. Yeah, the 10 terms no. Okay, 10 rows man siya kabuk. Okay. Now we can solve this problem because we have now this information. Now here is our solution. So again, we'll go back to the formula. The formula is S sub n equals n over 2 times quantity to a sub 1. Sorry, this is supposed to be 2a sub 1 to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Okay, now we can substitute these values to this formula. So S sub n becomes S sub 10 because we're looking to find the sum of the first 10 terms. Now, our n is of course equal to 10. That's over 2. Sorry. And this is 2 times what is our a sub 1 or a sub 1 or the first term is 30 plus what is our n? Our n is equal to 10 minus 1 times the common difference. Sorry. The common difference is given, right? The common difference is 12. Okay. Now from here, we're going to say 10 divided by is equal to 5. And then 2 times 30, that is 60. Plus, what is 10 minus 1? 10 minus 1 is equal to 9 times 12. Now from here, we copy 5. And then we copy 60. Kaya dili pa ta pwede maka-add niya. Kaya po siya multiplication. So plus, what is 9 times 12? That should be 18. 10. So it's 108. Now we have 5 times 60 plus 108 is 168. 168. What is 5 times 168? So 168 times 5, that should be 40, 34, and so that would be 840. Therefore, the sum or the total number of seats in the conference hall is 840. I hope nakuha na to siya, no? Okay, next problem. Next problem, we're going to find the sum of the first 70 terms of the arithmetic sequence if the first term is 22 and the 20th term is 155. Again, the first thing that we have to do is to identify the given. So may mga given ano niya. Do we have the a sub 1 here? Do we have the a sub 1? If the first term is 22, or our a sub 1 is 22. And then do we have our n here? Yes, it is 70, no? Because we're going to find the sum of the first 70 terms. Therefore, this is 70. What more do we need? We need the common difference. No? What is our common difference? Find the sum, balik tas problem. Find the sum of the first 70 terms of the arithmetic sequence if the first is 22 and the 20th term is 155. Therefore, wala ang ato ang common difference. Now, problema na tani, no? But the 20th term is given. Ang atong 20th term, that should be our a sub 20. No? Pila siya? That is 100 and 55. So we're going to find also the S sub 70 or the sum of the first 70 terms. Now, dili pa ta pwede nga makuha. Dili pa ta makakuha sa sum sa first 70 terms because we do not have the components yet. So unsay itong buhaton ani? So what we're gonna do here is that we will use this given information. So first, here is our solution. The first thing that we have to do is to find the common difference. Pangitaon sa ato si common difference. So to find the common difference, we're gonna need our a sub 1, which is equal to 22. This is gonna be our step 1. Step 1, find the common difference. Now, are we going to use n equal to 70? Dili pa ni nato siya gamiton. Ngano man, dili pa man ta mangita ni s sub 70. Si common difference pa man. Pero we can use a sub 20, the 20th term, which is equal to 100. Now, kung sa man ito'y kinahanglanon na to sa atong formula to find the nth term, diba kinahanglanon man sa ito na n sa? So, unsa ang n na to ani? Now, is our n 70? No. Kaya nga no, n is for the 70 terms. Pero kinira man atong gigamit, kinira man silang duha. So, kutob ra ta ni 20. Therefore, ang atong n ani should be equal to 20. Para makuha na to si common difference. Okay? Now, we will use the formula a sub n equals a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. Again, ang first na tong button is to find the common difference. Our a sub n is our a sub 20. In this case, no, kani atong gigamit man ay sa pagtan-aw diri dapita nga given, kani sa diri. A sub 20 is equal to a sub 1, which is 22, plus our n, which is 20, minus 1 times the common difference, which is the unknown. Now, our a sub 20 is given. A sub 20 is 155. That is equal to 22 plus, what is 20 minus 1? That is 19. 19 times the common difference d. Then we copy kini si d atong gipangita man. Nya si 22 dili man ni nato siya kinahanglanon. So ato nang i-transfer diri dito, no? So we copy 155 and then gi-transfer man nato si positive 22, that becomes minus 22 or negative 22. And then 19 times d is 19d. Then what is 155 divided by 22? That should be 133. Okay, 133, that's equal to 19d. And then from here, we're going to divide both sides by 19. We divide both sides by 19. So 133 divided by 19. And so our common difference should be equal to, divide sa taha, so 133 divided by 19. 19, probably mga 7. This is 63. 7 times 1, 7, 13. Okay, very good. So this is equal to 7. So our common difference is equal to 7. Now that we have the common difference, we can now find the sum of the 70 terms of this sequence. The first 70 terms of the sequence. Okay. Now again, this is our step 2 now, and the final step in solving the problem. Again, balik na to. Sub 1 is 22. Our n this time is 70. 70 na, kaya nga 70 terms naman ang atong agsama nino. And then our common difference, na naman tayo common difference, that is equal to 7. What more? Or not, no? Ano na to? So, we proceed to the formula. S sub n equals n over 2 times quantity 2a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. So, what is S sub n? S sub n becomes S sub 70 now. And then n, which is equal to 70, divided by 2. So, this is 70 divided by 2. Ah, syakis tanan. Sasayin po mo. Okay, 70 divided by 2 times, this is 2 times, what is our a sub 1? Our a sub 1 is 22 plus quantity n, which is equal to 70, minus 1 times our common difference, which is equal to 7. Okay, so from here we divide 70 by 2, that is 35. 2 times 22 is equal to 4. That is equal to 44. 44 plus 70 minus 1 is 69 times 7. From here we copy 35 and then we copy 44 because we cannot add this yet. And then 69 times 7, that should be 63. 6, 7 times 6 is 42, and 42 plus 6 is 48. So it's 483. Now from here we copy 35 and then we add 44 and 483. That should be 500. That's 12. 527. And then we multiply 35 and 527. That would be 5 times 7 is 35. And this is 10, 13, 526. That is 21, 6. And that would be 8. 2, 6, and then 8. 3 times 5 is 15. So this is 5, 4, 4, 7, and 1. 5, 4, 14. This is 8, sorry. This is 8. So, medyo taas-taas siya, no? This is 4, 4, 14. And then this should be 8, and this is 1. So it's 18,445. Therefore, the sum of the first 70 terms of this arithmetic sequence is 18,445. So, taas-taas gud siya pamaagi, no? Because ang atong common difference wala man gud gihatag. So, kaduha ta nagkuan ba kaduha. So, first we solve for the common difference and then we solve for, and then we were able to find the 70th term na dayon, or the sum of the first 70 terms na dayon. Okay nya, o gina inyong tanawon sa problem ginahatan-awa kung naa ba si a sub 1, kung naa ba si n, naa ba si common difference. Kung naay usa na nilang, you cannot solve for the sum yet. So una gid mo buhaton ana is pangitaon gyud na siya. Okay? Now let's go to problem number 3. So for problem number 3, the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic sequence is given, no? And that is 13,200 under a sub 1, which is equal to 100. So what we're looking for here is the common difference. Ako gini siyang gi-appeal. Naamoy nga ni po sira na sa inyong module. Okay. So na naman tayo mga given. Ano naman yung mga given, di ba? Ang kulay na lang ana is our n. Pila man ang atong n ani? Our n is equal to 20. Okay? Now, we can proceed to our solution. That would be s sub n is equal to n over 2 times quantity 2a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times the common difference d. Now, our s sub n is s sub 20. How many given na to? And this is 20 over 2. So this is 2 times a sub 1, which is negative 100. Dako-dako dyan siya. Plus our n, which is 20, minus 1 times the common difference, which is unknown. Ano itong pangitaon diri? Sa common difference. Now, you might be asking, sir, nga naman sir nga, ini nga formula nga itong gigamit nga iha pagpangita na to sa common difference lagi kay a sub 1 and a sub 20. Well, wala may gihatag na lain nga term a sub 1 raman. Kung naghatag pa ni siya, for example, si 5th term or si 7th term, ting atuon na to siya pag pamagi kay masayon man to siya. Kaysa niya daghan kay pero nga tanaw. Pero for this case, wala man to, may gihatag nga lain nga term. A sub 1 raman. And the sum of the first 20 terms. So, kini gyud nga formula ang imuhang gamiton. What is our S sub 20? S sub 20 is 13,200. That is equal to 20 divided by 2. That is equal to 10. And then 2 times negative 100 is negative 200. Plus 20 minus 1 is 19. Times the common difference d. Now from here we copy 13,200. And then also 10. And then negative 200. Then we multiply 19 and d. That should be 19d. Now we copy 13,200 again. And then, since we cannot combine these two, kaya naman siya variable, siya wala siya variable, atong buhaton ani is we're going to distribute 10 to negative 200 plus 19d. So 10 times negative 200, that should be negative 2,000. Okay, 10 times 19d is 190d. So we copy 13,200 again. Sorry. So gikan dire, we want to find the value of d. We want to find the value of d. So kini si 2,000, we don't need it here. So ato ni siyang i-transfer dire. Transfer na to diha. So this is now 13,200. Negative 2,000 becomes positive 2,000. Now that is equal to 190. And what is 13,200 plus 2,000? 13,200 plus 2,000 should be 15, right? Yeah, 15,200. That should be equal to 190. Now from here, we're going to divide both sides by 190 to find the common difference d. So this is 15,200 divided by 100. So the common difference is equal to, so divide this one, natin ka, 15,200 divided by 190. So let's say we start with 7, 63, 7, this is 13. And then we're gonna add one to it. So this is 12, this is 5, 520. So it's 8. 8 times 0, that would be 0. 8 times 9 is 72. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 15. Correct. So this is 0, 0. So that's 0, 0. This is 0. Therefore, the common difference is equal to 80. So I hope nga nakuha ni siya kay medyo dagko number no. Dayon sayon naman siya, basahin mo lang yung nasubayan ba. Same goes for n ha. Kung n gani ang pagtaon gani niya, well, substitute ra gyud someone og d niya ano, work on the formula. So, lahi na pud to siya nga pamaagi kung pananglit. Si n no, lahi na pud to siya. Kay kini siya ma-unknown naman mga unknown naman ni siya puro. So, for d mao ni siya. Pero kung n ang pangitaon sad, unya given ni siya this formula, kani ra gyapon ang gamiton. Okay, I hope you have learned something from this discussion.